YouTube family, this is Jerry Brooks with another video today. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency and basically I'm just going to talk today about which apps I use to buy, sell, and track crypto. Now, most of y'all watching this video, if you know me, you've known in the past I've talked about Bitcoin, I talked about cryptocurrency, and I'm a pretty avid user when it comes to purchasing and just being in the crypto space in general. I like to follow the latest news and trends and so forth, and I've been doing that for a while, since like 2009. So today I'm going to talk about the best 3 apps I use, like I said, to buy, sell, and track crypto. All right, so let's get right into it. The first app I use is called Cash App. Now, this application, basically, it's used for a lot of different things. You can also buy and sell stocks with this app. A lot of people exchange money to each other from Cash App. I know a lot of YouTube heads out there. By the way, if you want to donate to this channel, I'll leave that link in the description, but my Cash App is Ceezaer, which is $Ceezaer. So, but anyway, you can also buy Bitcoin now on Cash App. So the good thing about this is that Bitcoin is, the hot new thing. A lot of people are into it. A lot of people are interested in buying Bitcoin. They're trying to figure out, hey, how can I find out more about this digital asset? Cash App, they have like a little description here. When you actually sign up with them, they tell you a little bit about Bitcoin, how it works, and the sign up process is pretty easy. I mean, it's not as difficult as some apps I've used like in the past. In the past, I've had to really, dig into the nuts and bolts of details about signing up and giving them your ID and driver's license and all this other stuff. But Cash App has been pretty seamless. But on their site here, they tell you what the fees are. And they have a little blurb here. This is directly from Cash App. It says, Bitcoin is a radically new way to store and transact value. Unlike normal financial networks, Bitcoin is able to operate without central authorities or trusted administrators. That makes Bitcoin the first ever open and borderless currency. And then they have a button here, you can learn more. But this is my first recommendation I'm gonna put as far as my top 3, because the fees are very low. The transaction fees are low. If you live in America and you have access to Cash App, I would highly recommend buying and selling your crypto assets through this, because like I said, they have very, very low fees. When you transfer, it can go straight to your bank account, and it's really, it's just an excellent app. Also, you're able to track the daily price of Bitcoin as well as other stocks. But I typically, I'm going to leave another review at the end of this video for my other app that I use to keep up with stocks, which is not part of this. But moving on to the second app that I use to track crypto or any other digital assets is an app called CoinGecko. Now, shout out to Ivan on Tech, another YouTube creator. He's the one that he's a programmer. He came up with this app. Really, really great app. I love it. He has this thing on here where you can collect little candies, and it kind of gives you like incentives to like log in. Again, this app is called CoinGecko, and it shows like a little gecko. And I'll leave all these in the description as well. But here you're able to track so many different digital currencies, and even the ones that are also DeFi coins, you can also track those as well. But it shows you the price, you got the 24-hour increase or decrease, you got the market cap. Very good app. Like I said, I enjoy using it. And also it has a portfolio section where you can actually input how much crypto you have. So you can actually track your crypto that way as well. Anybody who knows me, they know I typically, in my previous video on my channel, I talked about using Ceezaer under buying and selling crypto. So Ceezaer is like a digital wallet. And basically what you're able to do is you're able to put in how much crypto you have in CoinGecko, and you can actually see how much money you're making on a day-to-day basis. And I find it very useful. So to me, I think it's good to track, you know, how much digital assets you have if you're actually intending to accumulate more. Most people, they know about Bitcoin, but there's so many others out there. I think there's like over 5,000 different types of cryptocurrencies or more probably at this point. But yeah, it's a great app. Like I said, I've been using it for a while. They have also a news section. So each day they come out with different news. Like today they're saying blockchain based on voting could solve Trump and Biden presidential election dispute. I think a lot of companies these days are going to start looking to the blockchain to kind of like, you know, figure out to solve these modern problems that people are having these days. Yeah, so yeah, they have a news section, they have a blog, they have a podcast, which is, you know, Ivan on Tech, and some other people here too. They have in the podcast talking about cryptocurrency. Great app. Okay, so for my final recommendation as far as best apps that I used to buy, sell, and track crypto is going to be CoinCap. Now, CoinCap is similar to CoinGecko, but it has more of a minimalist view, and it pretty much does the same thing. And they have, you know, very similar things, but they also have a mobile app, a mobile wallet, basically, through Shapeshift, which allows you to store your currency on the actual app itself through Shapeshift. And then, yeah, I think it's, like I said, I like the user interface on this app. It's really, you know, user-friendly. And it has live updates as far as the price targets, which I really like that. And then as far as a bonus app, the one I was telling you before that I use to track stocks, which a lot of people have heard of this app, is Robinhood. I'll leave my affiliate link in the description as well, but Robinhood is, I mean, legendary as far as millennials catching on and using it to buy and sell and trade. But one thing before I let y'all go that I want to say about keeping your crypto on an exchange is that an exchange actually holds your cryptocurrency. So versus you actually keeping it on like a cold storage like a Ceezaer, I would highly suggest doing that versus keeping your crypto on an exchange. I know a lot of other YouTubers have talked about that before, but I wanted to share my little 2 cents in that. And that's going to be all for today. Thank y'all for tuning into my channel. If you haven't checked out my company, Ballistic Blade Entertainment, be sure to check them out as well, or us out, I should say. I'm a part of the company. I'm one of the owners. But I appreciate you guys coming today and just taking a little time to watch my video. Stay tuned for more news, more updates, reviews, and cool stuff. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one.